So here's a question I have for you right out of the gate. How many problems in life do you think can be solved with cute girls? The answer may shock you. Surprisingly many. But I imagine acquiring them causes many problems as well. Pain. Agony, even. Anyway, hello, welcome. It's a little bit of something different. I always call it something different, but today is something especially different, because you know me, I tend to avoid certain games like this, but, you know, it's one of the few gacha games I actually enjoy quite a bit, and as much as I haven't been catching up on it, frankly, we can fix that with the power of actually putting it on stream. So yes, today it is Honkai, 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 goose noises, goose noises. In any case, I'm hoping to see what I can show off of this, because I haven't tried the PC version before, but I've definitely made some progress. I've definitely forestalled some progress as well, and as the updates keep rolling, I'm of a mind of, if this goes well, we can make it a mainstay in the future. Who knows? All I know is I'm a little bit excited. How about you? If you agree with me, then let's go ahead and get to it. In any case, how are you today? I hope everything is alright with you. So, yeah. Where am I in this? Frankly, I'm still stuck in a certain chapter involving everybody's favorite toxic Russian gamer girl. In fact, just to show you what I've got so far. No, I don't want to exit the game. I don't understand why A is cancelled, but let's see. Let's see if we can take a look at the controls. Let's see. Why don't we change that to A? And this to B. Just in case. Is it anywhere else on here? Yeah, I just use keyboard. You know, the choice to use controller was there, namely because I heard it was actually pretty nice. I really don't understand why in the good old age of the 2020s we're still using inverted controls, but I get it. Game is Asian. Game was made in Asia. I don't tend to think about it that hard. But at the same time, I tend to stay away from the keys just to make sure I don't mess up the recording, so you know. If I really don't like it, I will yeet this controller into the other room, but don't worry about that. If anything, we're just here. Okay, never mind. This thing decided we're not having fun that way. Let's see here. So I guess to show you what I've got over here, I've got Yai, I've got Mei, I've got Durandal, Seele, Rita, my favorite, my other favorite, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I also have the one Hersher that I actually managed to get while it was still on banner, so I'm wildly too behind in story for this to make sense to me, but you know, Kiana can stay. I'm fine with that. I want Hersher of Thunder so badly, but I gotta work to that. Namely because I want her alternate costume. You know how I feel about that. You know I like that dress. But I gotta ask, what would people want to see? Do they want me to download the audio files while we talk a little bit? That might be nice. If anything, though, the choice to get into this, like I said, was just me wanting to do something with the one gacha game I particularly like and a lot to keep coming back to. And I've definitely had some experience with that. I've played FGO, I played Grand Blue, I played Genshin, I played World Flipper back when World Flipper first came out. I got Cagliostro, and I was happy with that, and decided that this isn't for me. No big deal either way, but you know. For some reason or another, Honkai just keeps on looming in the background and saying, hey, why don't you play us? And for whatever reason, I just can't help but agree at times. So what does that mean? It means if I want to actually pay attention to stuff, I might as well just play the PC version. Phone games? I don't know what those are. If anything, I'd say the best I can do is see how well it actually runs on stream. Which has me wondering, what mode would people want to see out of this as an initial test? Do we go into the story, look for co-op? Open world? I know some people have spicy opinions on a post-Honkai Odyssey, but really, challenge mode? Q Singularis is up, so that's always good. Events? I want to know what your deal is, but we'll get to you at some other point. It's not? Oh wait, you're right, it's preparing. That's my fault. I need to learn how to read. Believe you me, this is an issue of mine. But regardless of that, I guess we just go ahead and look into the story then. Which, as I look at the upload, chugging just a little bit. Give it a second, give it a second. Alright, please. I don't understand what you're doing here. Okay, then that's not great. So yeah, I'm over here in Chapter 11 still. You know why. Unfortunately, Bronia's playstyle does not work for me, but you know, I want to clear this in some way or another. Look at it. The story is beckoning me. Which has me over here thinking, we might as well just look into some of this stuff. Maybe we'll learn something. Maybe we'll claim some rewards that I forgot from the last time. Nope. I actually did claim those, but let's see. We are all the way over in 1111. Which is asking me to do more downloading. This time we do all the downloading. But let's see here. So, yeah. From what I remember, you do kind of get ideas on where to go based on the characters. I'm pretty sure most of the missions in Chapter 11 require you to use Bronya in some way, shape, or form, or just have her in your roster to get proper rewards, but we'll see in a moment. If anything, I do appreciate how smooth this is right off the gate. Also, good old vocals downloads did not go through yet, but I don't know. All I know is, do people want me to voice this? I can, it's good reading practice. Also, yeah, you are right. It's the Skyrim chapter. It's the... We had to go into another dimension to do it, but I don't need to. Fair enough. Let's just skip along and see how the gameplay goes then. Are you sure you want to skip? Yes. Alright, right off the gate it feels... well, like I said, smooth, if not smoother than the phone version, which actually runs pretty well for me, but let's see. So yeah, no fuss, no muss, just out here with the maid and her scythe. It's pretty decent so far. Also, for some reason or other, I just like this version of Rita because she gets the funny techno dog, and he puts in work, in my opinion. I don't know about her ultimate version, but one of these days we'll unlock her. If the gacha gods are lenient. Also, yes, Friender. I don't know his real name, but Friender fits. If I see a dog, that's what we're naming him. And there we go. Pretty good. Also, yeah, this is Joachim, also known as Welt Yang's illegitimate clone's son, but yeah. All I know is... hey, that's not what I asked you to do. Please. Alright, in that case, let's go ahead. Move along, we're not here for this. You know what, you're probably right. It's either Joachim or Joachim. I don't know. It's one of those names that always throws me a vibe check. Let's see what Google has to say. Watch him. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, look at that. One of those funny chapter-specific... okay, look, we got Kiana right off the bat. I'm alright with that. She hits the guns real good. Although I'm pretty sure Valkyrie Ranger is the version of her I do the least damage with, but let's see. So, I hate to do it, Himeko, but you're sitting on the bench for right now. Also, still not sure why Hyana's a cat girl adjacent, but it's fine. She gets her own costume based on that. Also, yes, back to Skyrim. Alright, let's see here. Skipping this for right now. Once we get to a point that makes sense, I will go check the download again. Okay, it has nothing to do with the wilderness. Fair enough. Honestly, in terms of chapter releases, I can't help but feel like I am severely out of the loop. Every now and then, when I just download a new version on my smartphone, it just sits there, asking me, "Do you want to roll for Durandal?" Also, yeah, like I said before, in terms of gameplay, Bronya is probably my least favorite just because you sit there and you use the laser. And sometimes you parry, but sometimes you have to wait to set up the parry. Also, the new fire Rita. Rita can use fire, I never would have thought. Sometimes you do get this, though, and not gonna lie, girl and her funky robot arms work pretty good. Right, and skip. Skip. Right now, then. The other part of this chapter, traversal. Also, this sure looks familiar, doesn't it? I remember my friendly neighborhood fire dragon. Also, get a load of this thing. Wait, the cutscenes don't pause the time limit? That feels like an oversight. I don't know. Let's skip along then. Also, I don't know how true this is, but whenever I recommend this game, it's just a mat. I kind of describe it as Bayonetta light with trace amounts of Ruby and a splash of Evangelion because the devs are fanboys like that. If you don't believe me, let's take a look at my Valkyrie roster again. Just a second. And who do we see at the far edge? It's me hitting the A button when I want to use it as the A button. It's Asuka Langley Soryu. Why is she here? Because Ava 4.0 was a good chance for collabs, and wouldn't you know it, they hopped on that as soon as they could. Can't say I blame them. Now let me see here. No. I apologize for that. For whatever reason, my brain says A means confirm. And let's see here. Well, I guess that should be everything, but if we're not worried about reading, we can just continue on, see how the game feels. Because, not gonna lie, this is an excuse for me to actually talk about the thing. If you want to ask questions of me, who do I like the best as characters? If you have some funny recommendations to give me, actually, before we do that, we might as well use what currency we have and roll some stuff. We manifest, yes. Click on the exclamation parts and you get free crystals. This is also true. Also, yeah, stigmata is a thing. You use the power of history and cute girls to power up your cute girls yet again. And I do like the stigma art a lot for certain characters. Right? A little bit more of this. Yeah, unfortunately, these particular rewards only exist in Chapter 11, which feels like an oversight to me, but hey, you gotta make that money somehow. Hey look, it's Dracula. They yassified Dracula. They also yassified Nikola Tesla. No, that is not true. I'm pretty sure Tesla in this game, as well as Einstein, are direct descendants. Don't quote me on that. It's been a long while since I've looked at that info. So yeah, moving along. Moving along, they are the daughters of their namesakes, yes, that makes sense. Right? Once again, skipping, and if anybody cares for the story, feel free to let me know. I kinda just want to get out of Chapter 11 at this point. It still surprises me how good this feels, and why I haven't actually looked into it like this. This is a really good way to play it. Whether or not it holds up, after a while, we'll find out. I gotta ask you though, for those who do play the game, do you have a favorite character? Either in terms of story presence, gameplay, aesthetics, whatever makes sense to you. Or, I don't know why, I'm just a little bit curious. You know what, Kiana is pretty good. She's got the gun kata, and she keeps making cat noises, and she's friends with everybody. She's also really good in the cooking show spin-off. You want to learn how to make pizza toast? Apparently it's her dad's specialty. It's best if you burn it slightly. I can believe that. I believe in dark toast. How about you? Oh. Okay then. Alright, you can sit there in the gravity well for a little bit. As I slowly edge towards death. It's the only thing Siegfried can make without it being poisoned. I can believe that. Poor man can't cook. Alright, can we just... Okay, never mind. Melting the tactical mech is not an effective strategy. Let's just keep whacking it. And wouldn't you know what, whacking it is good. Hey, it's May. Unfortunately, we're not staying here. At the very least, though, one thing I do like about this whole thing is that the combat doesn't really feel old, even if you aren't rolling newish characters. I just think it feels nice. Which is something I don't normally say about gacha games. They tend to get old for me very quick, but there's a reason I just say this is basically just the mobile version of a character action game. It's pretty nice to me. Okay, that's less nice. I will get the hang of this sooner or later. So, just because... You come over here. Actually, Shadow Dash is not my favorite version of you, and that's the only one we get. Fair enough. We gotta hire a samurai in somewhere or another. And wouldn't you know it... Miss Lightning Bolt here at least puts in some work. Also, you know this game came out right in the ripe old year 2016. Enough time for Metal Gear Rising to start memifying all over the place. You know, it's funny to think about how every now and then that game just gets a massive resurgence in people's eye. I don't know why. It's nice. Also, hello, Centris. It's time for Cute Girls with Swords. Ask any questions you may have. How does one play this game on PC? You go to Honkai's website, and then you download the client. If you're savvy enough, you make a Hoyoverse account, and then just do it from there. You can play it with controller or keyboard, like Xana say. Right now, I am using this on my Xbox controller, and although it is doing the antiquated thing of A means cancel, B means attack, it's pretty nice. I'd almost say it feels good right out of the gate. It just takes a little bit of getting used to. It's based on the PlayStation layout. This is true, but at the same time, it's based on the old PlayStation layout. No accounting for American players, I guess. Believe you me, I still remember when that was a thing back in the PlayStation version of Symphony of the Night. Back when I had it on PS3 is my point, but you know. Despite that, it was still pretty nice to me. It still took some getting used to, and every now and then I get thrown for a loop, but then again, control schemes are control schemes. Like Metal Gear, yes. That's a thing I want to do on the stream at some point. I just gotta figure out whether or not I want to do the OG or get it on GOG or something. And Nintendo just straight up swaps A and B. That is all surgery. Sometimes you just gotta look at your competitors and say, this makes sense. Why change it? Also, Pajarino, I like you, but you're not doing well. I mean, I have trust issues just on the idea of limited time releases, but you know, that's a recent thing. I don't trust like that. And frankly speaking, I wouldn't have money like that in the first place. If you want to sell it to me, give me time to buy it. Also, remember when I said Bronya was Russian? There's your proof. Remember the old days when LNR triggers were for camera? Remember when tank controls were a thing? Remember when God Hand scored worse than Imagine Babies because IGN doesn't understand beat-em-ups? Bronya needs to stop haunting all my draws. You are correct. As much as I like her as a character, her playstyle low-key kind of makes me want to pull teeth, but frankly... Okay, never mind, we got Dark Bronya. I will shut my mouth. Why don't we put her in the forefront instead? You can go to sleep for a bit. It's time for the boss character. Hey look, it's Welt. As much as I'm asking, I still want voices, but you know. She uses missiles instead of a laser beam. I like missiles. I like the one with the bike. Believe you me, I'm pretty sure everybody either likes Haxor Bunny or Herrscher of Reason in some regard. I have neither. I would like them, but you know. You know where Welt's name comes from? I don't. Would you like to enlighten me? Also, another thing I appreciate very much is the good old-fashioned dodge offsets, so, you know. If I can send out shadow clones based on the ability to dodge, I'm gonna use that. It's his time as a test subject at Chick-Show. His registration name was W317. I didn't realize that these poor Valkyries have to deal with people who speak Leap. I don't know if I like this game or punishing Grey Raven more. I like Grey Raven's aesthetic a lot, but at the same time, I never got into it. Which is a shame, because I feel like this and that are kind of similar in that regard, but I really don't know. I want more action-based gacha games. Hey look, it's the first Hersher. But funnily enough, you don't need to be a girl for Honkai powers to work. We know this for sure now. Actually, I want to see this. Once again, asking where is my actually really good voice work in this, but I forget where I checked the actual downloads for that. Honestly, I couldn't tell you whether or not it is depressing for the sake of depressing. I know that needless... What's the word I'm looking for? Depression is what got the main writer of Girls Frontline to make Arknights, but... yeah. Okay, those cutscenes don't have voices, and I was told I don't have to worry about reading. If that is still true, I will hold true to it. This is just a test of whether or not this actually works well enough for a stream to go through. It's basically just
a test of your reflexes.
Also, let's see what the gacha gives us. For just this chapter, it gives us another Valkyrie Ranger. Which, thankfully, you don't have to do anything with. If you get rerolls, they just auto-upgrade your characters, so that's nice. Wouldn't you know that? That's nice, too. And there's Bronya's girlfriend. And Teresa. As much as I don't like playing Teresa either, she's better than Bronya. She also kind of runs the gambit between wine aunt and the best supporting character in the story. At least in terms of the girls. But then again, it's hard to say. I'm only so far into this stuff. I'm years behind. Hey look, a new scythe. Can you imagine where that's going? And look, it's Einstein. She actually looks pretty nice in this. Schrodinger. We're not going to talk about cats in this. Hey, look. I know who this is. Do you know who this is? If you do, then... I don't know. Hey, look, it's... Which sequel of Zorro is this? Oh, also, excuse me, you know, frankly, I got the headphones to work, but for some reason Sound Alerts does not want to monitor through them. Give me a second here. I want to hear the sound alerts properly. Let's see, there we go. Just to be sure.
Oh, big!
Okay, that's not it at all. One more second, please. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of manual troubleshooting, but hopefully this should go. Okay, that's not it at all. Oh well, I am putting it back where it was then. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for indulging me on my nonsense. So, I didn't get very far in Honkai. What's this game about? Girls fighting eldritch monsters from another dimension that want power, the ability to thrive, self-actualization, it's not clear. The will of the Honkai is the nature of the beast, and by beast, I mean literal beasts. Essentially, small monster gods. It's about defeating depression to challenge God. That's a good way to put it. The girls are suffering. How do we deal with the suffering? We teach them to fight. It's like I said before you came on stream. A little bit of Bayonetta, a little bit of Ruby, a little bit of Ava, to the point that Mei was a stand-in for Shinji during an Evangelion collab. And wouldn't you know, she actually got in the robot. Honkai is derived from an old Chinese word meaning chaos. That makes sense. For whatever reason, it's also pronounced Honkai in Japanese from what I remember, but I don't know. I don't have the context, I just look at it as sometimes languages borrow words from each other. Are we here to kill chaos? No, we're here to become and challenge chaos. If anything, we should be challenging chaos. Also, look at Seele right here. Look at her bright red eyes. That's a red flag right there. See right here, she does not trust this. She knows Seele too well to realize this is not how she acts. And chaos is a force that challenges human civilization through the use of natural disasters, plagues, and monsters. This is true. You know what a Honkai impact is? It's essentially an impact from Ava. To the point that literal civilizations crumble as a result. Also, yes, this right here, the person speaking through Seele is essentially her split personality brought on by trauma, if I recall correctly. Basically, they are one and the same, and she's out to protect Seele at any cost, because you know why, because that's how it goes. Your imaginary friend is real, and it's got teeth. But don't worry about this, we'll talk about that another time. Because right now, we're fighting her. And at times, Honkai energy condenses into chosen humans called Hershers, godlike beings that bend physical laws. Yes, you've got all kinds of things like thunder, wind, human reasoning, water, fire, the void itself. And believe you me, that last one is very important to keep out of the way. Sentience. Funnily enough, I'm pretty sure the Hersher of Sentience came about because the person the Honkai tried to control is somebody immune to the effects of Honkai energy like that. Don't quote me, it's something I haven't actually looked at yet. I just know she's one of my favorite playstyles. More or less, yes. Hey, stop it. Oh, also, yeah, there's juggling in this game. If you can do it right, the bosses just straight up melt. Uha is one of those people who never lets anything bother her, and if she has any negative thoughts, she buries them deep down and ignores all her psychological problems. She's also burdened by, I want to say, being a timeless being. As in, she's canonically 50,000 years old, if I remember right. Which then explodes into sentience, yes. If anything, Senti is what you would call a manifestation of her own angst? I don't know. She wants to be free. But does she want the freedom of calm? No, she wants the freedom of the ability to calm people. I'm not making this up. For some reason or other, Cynthia is just out here living her best life. Mihoyo made us... Yeah, she's a canonical scam artist now. So in a sense, she has freedom, but not calm. She wants that dollar. Cynthia would sell you crypto. Now then, where else are we going? Did I not do this right? I have to clear EX5 first. Which means we gotta go back. Let's see here, World 3. Okay, she stops at the bus stop hustling bootleg DVDs and PS5s. You know what? That makes sense. Now let's see, who can we play as? Is the whole roster here? Hey look, it's actual Fuhua. She's pretty good. She does the Kung Fu. She's also the Chinese player base patron saint, if I remember correctly. I swear. X means no, circles means yes. No. There we go. But yeah, there's many reasons I like Cynthia as a character, namely because she's just out here really just wanting to assert herself to anybody who'll listen. Come on now. Take these fireballs in earnest. Honkai fighting game when Mihoyo takes a break from Genshin. They did say they wanted to make actual video games, so I can believe it. I mean, it's all right here in Hua's character right here. You already have the movesets, just put them into fighting game inputs. Listen, if Lee can get a fighting game, so can this. That's only because they absorbed the Rising Thunder devs. Sacrifice indie developers for more marketable game design? Who would have thought? Also, maybe we go down? It don't go down. Do I have to break the gate? I have to break the gate. I may not be able to break the gate, but at least I can do damage. If you hold Fu's ult button, she shoots a Hadoken. Yeah, there it is. If anything, she's one of my favorites. As if to say I wasn't just hyping up her Hersher version, as if that's not true, but let's see. Okay. Gonna let that charge D-pad left. Let's... Okay, I get it now, thank you. And now it's doom for you. Also, yeah, you depending on what what characters you use and how they link up with combos, you can just switch them around like that, and it keeps the combos going. Alright, moving along. Another thing you'll notice quite a bit is that a lot of these characters just straight up use bullet time, but it helps, especially in situations like this. That's how you do the big damage. Abuse the lack of time. The old tradition of bullet time. Very much so. The Matrix is actually good. How about that? Although that does make me wonder, what is your favorite action movie, chat? Matrix is great, and it had no sequels whatsoever. I mean, I get it. Matrix 3, take it or leave it. Matrix 4, it's probably didn't need to exist, but I can respect the hustle. Matrix 2 has a lot of weird decisions, but I'm here for the fight scenes, aren't you? And then there's also the Animatrix, which has a lot of good backstory, if I recall correctly. Why are the machines upset? Because civil rights are important. Oh yeah, look at that. Did I mention that Celia has a split personality? Did I mention that she has her own attack style as well? You'll see that in her other units, but you know. This is important to her character. And then, okay, hey look, we got Fang Huang down. I'm alright with that. Just to be sure, we're putting you right over here. Do I get to use the costume I bought for you? Not in this mode, it looks like. It's alright. She looks good like this anyway. And look at her gauntlets. These punch gloves look really good. The weapons in this game look really good. Terminator 2 looks really good. The Equalizer. I don't exactly remember how that went. Personally, I do have my favorites. Why is it the Raid 2, you ask? Because the Raid 2 is actually really good. It's also really, really brutal, but you know, you can do that in Indonesia. Personally, I'm of a mind, one of these days I will go back and watch the original Terminator just to see how I feel about it. It's one of those things that if I actually have the time, I will probably write up my thoughts on it at some point. Crowd control. My favorite. I don't have a lot of scythe characters, but the ones I do, they're very good for my heart. Also, Terminator 1 is good, but it's starting to show its age. That's fine with me. I tend to watch these things in a vacuum. Sometimes a little bit of crust is to be expected. Now let's see, where else are we going? Where are we going? Alright, 2 minutes to take this thing down. Yeah, you're right, it's a good crust. It's made with garlic. Okay, you're not actually taking damage, are you? Okay, that challenge was failed. I will look at that at another time. Right, let me through. Okay, never mind. We'll do the waiting game. Alright then, go ahead then, move that desk. I hope it works well for you. Okay then. This one's actually really tough for me. Let's do it again. And it probably died. There you go. If anything, understanding that there's actually a shield mechanic, I might do this a little bit better. Keyword being might. Okay. Okay, wow, they really just melted her health. Ooh. These stunt dodges are very important. Oh, okay. No. Well, that was a waste. As was that. Alright. It's coming together slowly but surely, but maybe the issue is that I don't have enough damage output. So what does that mean? It's time for guns to go away. Let's... Yeah, we're putting Rita back in. Okay, then. Oh, alright. Yeah, it's one of those for me. More crowd control would definitely help. Let's see here. Teresa. If anything, just the ability to put some distance between people. Here. Nope. Alright, you are back for now. Did the desk not work out? No, we moved the old one and my wife is cleaning up. Fair enough, that makes sense. I'm glad you have a plan at least. Okay, yeah, that definitely sounds like a good reason to clean up, but hopefully it's nothing too major. Oh, okay. Please. And there goes Teresa. And there goes Seele. Right, can we get this down in 10 seconds? There it goes. Thank you. Thank you, Mado. When I said Rita puts in work, I meant it. And then based on that, I believe we can do more story. So, off we go to the story. Off we go back to the main menu. So, let's go ahead and see. And there it is. Is it? Okay, never mind. We have to clear EX5. Good enough, I guess, but we also have this. We also have the main menu. We have this instead. What do we get? Yet another good-looking stigma, but we've got a lot of these. Okay, the Hand of Tyr. Will it give us a hand when we need it? I'm not sure. Oath of Judah. Isaac Newton. She's got a prism. She's loading physics. Star Destroyer. It's a good-looking cannon. More Einstein. Okay then. She's got some very vibrant eyes. And then, do we walk the plank? I don't know. Are these real jokes? I don't think they are. You know what, that looks pretty good. Michelangelo. What is this outfit? I like it, but what is this outfit? Oh, okay, Lenovo, please. We don't have time for that. Briarius, or at least I believe that's how you pronounce it. And more Tesla. And more sacred relics. It feels good. And last but not least all, Plank. Chat, I gotta wonder, what if you were to make yourself into a weapon in a gacha game, what kind of thing would that be? Swords, fists, spears, all of that? How does it make you feel? I can see claw weapons coming up. Either that or chain sickles. It's hard to say. A Glock. Well, you know what? In this game, you can be 2 Glocks. So, I'd say that's pretty good. Really, anything is possible. Like the idea that the girl who uses guns can eventually learn how to use a greatsword. Why? Because everybody wants to learn. Why, if anything? But let's see, do we unlock more characters to use for this? Do we get more powers? I want more power, how about you? And we immediately get my least favorite version of Bronya. And triple S Dark Bronya for that. Black Nucleus is good. Not my favorite, but good. I like Himeko, but Greasemesser is just too slow for me. I wish to go faster. I'll take that, though. I'm beginning to think you only get certain versions of certain characters in this mode, but oh well. It's a mode for sure, and they expect you to make it work. So let's see. Once again, EX4. Alright, let's see. Why don't we take a look at what we can work with? What kind of stigma you're rocking? You actually could use a little bit of stuff. Elizabeth Bathory, you are not part of a best match. Let's put you here. And then you. See right there, the tattoos all match. Or at least I would think. And then there's you. Okay. Pictures of your mom, I guess that makes sense. How do you power up? We look for family. Family. Yeah, fun fact, Kokolia might be low-key abusive, but she does care about her daughters. It's just that everything is happening at once. We need to forestall the apocalypse. You understand. And then there's also Celestial Him. She kind of works. We can make this happen. Yeah, for whatever reason, her mom is really something, and don't let the art tell you otherwise. Sometimes she means well, sometimes she means a punch to the face.
Look at that woman.
If anything, I gotta ask what is up with her other daughters, but I'll show you them in a second. Okay, wait, go back to that. Okay, camera. Ooh. Asking very nicely for you to stay in the corner for a bit. I have come to see Honkais and get impacted. Well then, Mike, you're in the right place, because there sure is a lot of impacting going on, namely to my face. I do like this game a lot, but sometimes you do get vibe checked super hard. Woo. Also, this is not enough damage. I need more. Vibe check like it's the end areas of Elden Ring. I know what you mean. I've seen Funny Man, Giant Man on his tiny horse. I know what that's like. Still not as much of a problem as Melania, but you know. What is Scarlet Rot? A miserable little pile of poison. If anything, I'm sorry, Bronya, but you go back out. It's time for the maid again. It's time to clean up. That's mid-game. Fair enough. I don't know. And I don't think I will. Funny Gravity Man like is like third major boss, you know? In that case, when we do return to Elden Ring, I will eat my words and find out how the other half lives. Ooh. Woo. Can I get another one, please? I want my crystals. And there it is. And I hope I can just avoid taking hits. Good. What did I tell you? Rita is just that good for me. Now if I can just roll her other versions, we'd be in business. and then we move on to the rest, and then we find out how bad this is gonna go. Oh, okay, Heimdall. I see what you're about. Apparently you just want to do your best Gundam impression. Let's not do that. No. Come on now. Can I at least get Friender out? There we go. Stay in the field, please. And this could be very bad. Wouldn't you know, it's very bad. Alright, this is not enough time. We lost this one.
You swindled me.
Oh well. At the very least, I am being proven right. Sometimes it's just a matter of we need a little bit more firepower, but I'd say it's going well enough. I'd say if I can just focus a little bit better. I've fought Heimdall before. It's not that bad. But, you know. Frankly speaking, it's just a matter of whether or not we can put it all together. Really, they're giving me a lot more to work with than a lot of other gacha games would, in terms of, hey, this is just story-specific content. You can do what you want with this. All I know is maybe the issue is that I don't have a lot of things going on with Teresa's weapons. Let's check that. Can we level you up? Better yet, do you have anything else? Okay. Everything is a top pick. We're going with this one. And then for you, you're already using a top pick weapon, so I guess it's fine. You, on the other hand, Rita, can you be better? What do you have to say for yourself? There's this. And then your stigma. Your stigma is fine. Let's try it again then. As I keep hitting the A button, I swear. Ooh. See, right there, I'm already feeling the power. Sometimes it is just the prettier weapon. As I say, as I'm... Okay, bad. Once again, Heimdall is very fast. Alright, can we get off the funny dog combos? I want to see it happen. We did not see it happen. Come on now. Can we make it good? Okay, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, and there we go. I'll take that. Oh boy. If anything, I would say that was coming down to the wire. We almost bit it again, but somehow that went through all right. Thank you, Teresa, for actually coming in clutch like that. Now then, can we continue the story? I thought we already did. What else is wrong? Okay, World 3 once again. World 3 Inc. I want to... There we go. Also, you know, just because I feel like it, I thought I'd die without hearing those words again. Those words tore me to pieces. I could not rebuke it. It's the truth. I always thought that Joyce was the only one who could do that. I can't face him again. No one answered him. Silence reigned over the charred battlefield. The Hersher tried to open his eyes, but there was nothing but endless darkness. Soft, silent footsteps approached. Valkyrie, tell me, who am I? What am I? The first Hersher groaned. His voice turned soft. Soon, there was nothing left but miserable sobs. He remembered crying like this decades ago when the sun was setting and his hero stretched out his hand. Oh, what else you got? No, okay then. That's all they wrote, I guess. I'm sorry, Welt. Now we can press forward. I think. What else am I missing here? Just to be sure. Okay, we didn't do normal EX5. No wonder. I feel like there's a little bit of obfuscation to blame, but then again, I could just not be paying attention. This should be fine, though. Yeet. Hey, look, it's a crab. So, explain this game to me like I'm 5 years old. You play cute girls and they fight funny monsters to better understand themselves in the world they live in. Is that a concise enough explanation, or do I need to go deeper? Better yet, the resident person who also plays this game. Am I correct in that assertion? Cute girls fight eldritch monsters for a better understanding of themselves. Also, you know, this is technically the thing that Genshin is a spin-off of, so you know. Impact these Honkais, why don't you? Look at these honkers. If anything, I enjoy it a lot. If anything, I don't pay attention to the story a lot, but I figure, hey, if you like my voice, we can actually do some more reading. That's kind of the reason why I want to do this. There's a little bit of visual novel stuff in this. It's like BlazBlue. You get a visual novel on top of your action game. And wouldn't you know it, the writing is good in places. Easy enough. They fight and they look good doing it. That's essentially what you get with this. Alright. And then it's time for this. Alright. Oh, hey, look, it's Ganesha. One of those funny Honkai beasts that are always lauded in front of us. You shouldn't be fighting these. These are straight-up monsters. And once you know, that one's just using Blanca balls. It's fine, though. It's dead. Now then, can we continue the story or funny cutscene? What? Where am I? St. Freya High School is your new home. Also, yeah, that's Bronia's mom right there. Home? What does that mean? You'll find out soon enough. The doctors! I must get my injections on time or they'll be angry with me. You'll never see them again, child. Boy. Right. I believe I haven't asked for your name. W317. That's not a name. A name is who you are. Who you want to be called. The boy bowed his head as he tried to figure that out. Does that mean I can have my own name? Of course. You're free to choose any name. Welt. My name is Welt. And there you go. More backstory on Welt Yang. Apparently he was just a test subject. And somehow he ended up one of the most important characters in the game, if I remember correctly. We're not there yet. We'll be there shortly, I hope. Oh, okay, look at that. We get 3 Bronias. 3? It was 3! It was dark. It was silent. The air was still. There was nothing except a yawning void. An endless gap. The girl fell into the gaping abyss. What happened? She scarcely remembered who she fought. The battle tore at her heart and deepened her sorrows. She couldn't feel anything. Time itself seemed ephemeral. Confusion, loss, and guilt. These emotions swamped her in the bleak darkness. Gee, Ichi, how come this game lets you have 3 Bronya? Because I'm not allowed to have anything else. Bronya. A spark rippled across the dark void like a tear splashing into a serene pond. Someone called out from the distant light. Bronya. Who are you? The voice felt strange, yet familiar at the same time. Bronya reached out for the light. She saw a faint figure flickering in the brightness. Joachim? The light grew stronger and illuminated her entire world. Yes, oops. Oh, Bronya.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What is this place? What is this butterfly from Persona doing here? Okay, visions of Bronya's girlfriend are guiding us, it seems. And then there's her mom as well. Had some bad experience coming here, but put it all behind you, dear. Relax and treat this place as your home. That's her teacher now. Treat us as your family. We all miss Himiko, don't we? And then there's also the priest. We'll get into the priest at some point. He's not Yoroka obeying these shoujos, is he? But I guess this is your girl do it moment. She's self-actualizing. You hate me because I've killed your friends. Hatred drives us both. And yet she refuses. Chat, what drives you is my question. Is there anything in particular that gets you motivated and remains your source of motivation? Where is your motivation, actually? Caffeine. Yeah, that's fair enough. I can understand that for sure. If anything, what is your preferred source of caffeine? Nope, it is not time for crab. One light showered on the image of this bubble universe and Bronya herself. Where are you going, Bronya? The Sea of Quanta. They are waiting for Bronya. Seele is waiting for Bronya. Bronya must complete her mission. Oh, can we talk about that? Bronya speaks in third person a lot, and she used to refer to herself as the Bronya. You know, because gamer language, but we'll talk about that later. Bronya must go to the deep end of the sea. Bronya struggled to use her legs and ran off into the light. Funnily enough, she struggles to use her legs anyway. She actually wears leg braces. Why? Because familial abuse. I'm not even kidding. She was pushed down the stairs as a kid.
行くんだ、ブローニャ。未来への道は。
Do I smell what the Bronya is cooking? She's cooking borscht. Remember, she was a professional ballerina. And then everything fell apart and then she got addicted to video games. You know, that's just how these things go. Well, yeah, before Mal broke her legs. Can we talk about that? The girl's name is Sin Mel, if I'm remembering right. Bad. Why not just name her literally cannot be standed. Do not pass go. Do not collect brownie points on Twitter. Alright then, what waits for us at the edge of the sea, I wonder. It's like how Ursa Major means major. Why do we call bears this? Because they're big, and they cause problems. You know what? I can believe that. Oh, look at that. She melted. What is that power? Why are you trying to stop me, Bronya? Seele will be trapped in the void if I fail. The serpent can throw you into the Sea of Quanta anytime it wishes. It does not offer freedom. Bronya made a promise to return Seele to reality. Bronya refuses to let you entrust your lives to the serpent. Bronya will rescue Seele on her own. Bronya will live up to her promise. Bronya is powered and sponsored by Gamersubs. You use this promo code to get 30% off your next subscription. I'm not going back there. I'm never, ever going back into the void. But Seele, she said she's willing to wait. I can't fight against my host. Seele collapsed onto the ground. The red glare in her eyes faded. This dimension began to shake violently. The serpent's spawn is coming. Hey look, it's Tlaloc. I remember this episode of Amazon's. I did not clap. A grotesque hand stretched from out of the abyss. It was the monster that Bronya fought at the deep. Careful, Seele. A dark wave crashed onto Seele and swallowed her whole. She couldn't save her. Bronya could only stare as the dark, roiling waters pulled her away. Her ocean azure eyes were just how Bronya remembered them to be. I also believe that Red Seele is actually the Grim Reaper. I can believe it. You see how she uses that scythe. And then if you look at Stygian Nymph and ask yourself what's going on here, Death Incarnate might actually be a good answer. I always believe in you, Bronya. Also, get a load of that thing. Look at it. It's big. Where'd the music go? You see what happens when you go exploring in alternate dimensions? You find stuff like this. Needless to say, it's so big you can barely keep it on screen. but it's got no problem coming after you. It's just a reskin of Wotan. You know what? You're not even wrong, but sometimes you gotta appreciate the attempt. And do we make it good? We make it good. This is just a near boss. You know what? You're not even wrong. Rigging new skeletons for characters is hard work. You know how... You know, that's the excuse Capcom made for why certain enemies, namely the Celtics, never came back in Monster Hunter World. Rigging skeletons is difficult. The monster writhed in pain and fell into the endless maelstrom. A dark tide subsided as well. Seele fell to the ground. Her body gave off a faint, bluish glow, like a pristine yet fragile gem. Light particles dissipated from the gem. Did you hear the good news about Capcom? That they stopped selling NFTs? And there it is. She's gone, son. The fluttering blue butterfly settled on Bronya's fingertips. She supported her broken body and trudged towards the Hersher core. The sea flickered with images from multiple bubble universes. Bronya felt as though she traveled across them. Everything felt like a dream. Everything was real at some point. Her steps became more and more labored. But she will continue to trudge down her path. All employees from the bottom up get a 30% raise due to the continued success of the company. You know what? I like that. That's very good. I'm glad to hear it. Meanwhile, there's a whole lot of this happening. So much different from company record profits and fires 800 employees, and yeah. Good old animations. This is why I say that it's got a little bit of groupie. The animation budget is really good when it pops off. And wouldn't you know what, that's a thing right there. Look at that. It's time for reason in this cruel, cruel world. You see right there. What do you do when your girl has bad legs? You give her wheels, and a giant robot. And it turns into a motorcycle. I hope this doesn't get a VOD mute, but you know. Hey chat, do you like motorcycles? Do you like to drift? If you haven't catched on yet what we're about here, I'd say I very much like to. Okay, then all Honkai music is DMCA free. Thank you, mihoyo. Thank you for letting me give you free advertisement. Also, hello, Scythe. Look at all this hot girl nonsense going on right here. Today on Top Gear, we destroy a monster from another dimension. And then there goes her hair clips. She's riding the EM road. Is that a Mother F and Star Force reference? I never would have thought. And now she's Madoka. Whether or not that's a good thing, we'll find out. I mean, she really does, doesn't she? She's got her EM wave being partner right there too. It has no legs. This is the power of her stand, gun for the whole family. Also, why does this feel like an actual anime ending? Did we enter another arc or something? Oh no, the ads ruined the moment. Who saw this coming? Not me. Honestly, at this point, I can barely verify whether or not the ads are worth it. They just feed the Twitch algorithm, but you know. The algorithm is the algorithm. I sincerely apologize for my lack of foresight. Ads? On Twitch? I don't know her. It was Imagine Dragons too. Oh no.
The great cataclysm, faithfully recreated.
I'm gonna need a clip of that. So yeah, with that out of the way, our daughter has become a real girl once and for all. And now we get the chapter boss, I think. Or wait, no, can we leave? Can we finally leave the Sea of Quanta? I wish to go home. Okay, never mind, we just figure it out. To be fair, Mike is right. If anything, you have my express permission to just download uBlock and tell Twitch to screw off once in a while. But frankly, it's weird. I'm pretty sure you have to manually block ads as part of an actual command instead of just doing it through uBlock's dedicated stuff. I don't remember. If anything, I will look into it later for you, if that makes sense. Are you good with that, Xana? Or you can just purge the filters and update it. That also works. If anything, like I've said before, it's not about the money for me. It's about drive, it's about power, we stay hungry, we devour. Are we done here? How do I do that? Once again, I will look into it for you later. Or if Mike knows. Okay, where else do I need to go? World 2? It's telling me there's more story, but exactly where? We can claim this at least. Do you like rewards for doing well? I like winning things by playing. And not gonna lie, they're very generous with their gacha currency. It could always be a little more generous, but we'll leave salt out of it. I'm of a mind this is really good to me so far. Now go get your stuff from the main screen. Okay. Okay, so login currency. Login currency. More gameplay currency. Or we can just hit the quick claim. That's not something I recognize. Look at all this Battle Pass XP we get. And then there's all of this. All the crystals. And then... Hey, look, it's Elysia. Why is she an elf? I don't know. I just know that she looks cute, and frankly speaking... Hey, look, it's May. Why does she have horns? Because, frankly, she had a paradigm shift. And that turned her into Virgil. Also, yeah, that's a fair explanation. Elves used to exist. I can believe that. No, I don't want to upgrade. I would love to just be able to get Hersher of Thunder off the gate, but no. They no longer exist, exactly. They've gone to Eorzea. There we go, thank you. Are we done now? There we go. Thank you. Pardon my lack of ability to click on things as they're flashing. It's been a long time since I've done this. Research. Research. We're not going to worry about event currency right now. We're just getting things out of the way. There's always an event in this game. Okay, what is this here? Actually, you know what? We're going to ignore that. This is very, very, very late in the game. You can stay flashing for just a little bit. Mailbox, 600 crystals, I'll take that. Tourney bonuses, hey, if you don't play the game for a while, you actually get rewarded for showing up. Imagine that, they want you to stay playing the game. Also, apparently you'll get more stuff for hitting the quitclaim. That's fair. I don't know these things. New friends, new friends. We're not... I'll deal with that off-stream. But for right now, why don't we look at gacha? Let's see what's on offer for gacha. That's pretty nice. Do you like battle suits? I like battle suits. And then there's also this. There's also this. I want it. Give it to me. Also, these two are pretty good as well. At the very least, I don't feel too put out when it comes to getting stuff from the gacha that is not the actual thing on Rate Up. Because I feel like it's actually useful. EXP boosters, I can use that to level up my captain. Just take a look at this. Hey! I know you. That's a very nice look right there. And that's all she wrote for right now. At the very least, I don't feel too bad, because eventually we can just get more stuff by playing the game. Also, bundles exist. More stuff, you say? More stuff. More stuff. What is stuff, anyway? At the very least, I'm of a mind. Hey, what are you doing? I don't see much else available. But for what it's worth, I enjoyed this quite a lot. What? Anyway, let's see what you have to say. At the very least, you do get to pick who you want to sit on the captain's bridge, but you know, take your pick. There's a lot of characters to go through. In fact, let's see here. One of these days, we will get her. There's a free item in LTO. Let's see. Bundles. Permanent. Cyclic. Okay, well, hey. That's pretty nice. I didn't understand, but thank you. Let's see what it actually is. And yeah, free mats. That's actually pretty nice. I guess I will keep an eye out if we continue to do this, or I just actually commit to it in my spare time. I gotta wonder, chat, you like this sort of thing? Would you want to see more of it? Is my question, as I would like to continue the story. Also, excuse me for one sec, I actually gotta turn on my lights. If you start bringing up Return to Oblivion, I will hunt you down for it. So yeah, I guess 3 out of 4 bad heads agree. This is actually pretty nice. And I do really like the story, so I do want to commit to it, so... No, we're not doing that yet. Let's see. moving on. I still don't understand where the story is. Is it just because I haven't claimed stuff? It might be because I haven't claimed the stuff. And there, okay, never mind. There's even more. Click the things. Clicking the things. I want the thing to stop pulsing at me. But yeah, for the most part, I'm of a mind of I can explain very little and still get away with some explanation. I have been spoiled on a lot, but I lack context in others. So in my mind, this is good enough reason to actually continue forward. Pressing on. Making content. Okay. It says progress is done. Why don't we just move on to the next chapter then? Which, you know, hey, these two. Did we talk about these two, or do we just let it rock? I'm of a mind we can do both, but let's see what we have to work with. Hey look, it's Kiana with her funny hoodie. This is definitely the start of a character arc, isn't it? Also, she's very quiet. I can understand why, but does anybody want context, or are we good? Dormant powers of fury have been unleashed. Nothing can stop her now. A twisted smile stretched across her face. The girl named Kiana is gone. We're not getting the sploosh sound. We're not getting the sploosh sound. Why? I don't understand. Let me see here. You know what? Let me turn that up for you, just to be sure. Is that any better? Because if it's not, I'm... Okay, don't stop her now. She's having such a good time. She's having a ball. The fact that she's having a ball is the problem here. Because not gonna lie, when they're talking about whoever is not Kiana in this respect, they're talking about somebody who could literally start the apocalypse. Okay, you're not hearing a thing. Sound alerts. Why do you keep doing this to me? Alright. I don't understand. Let me see if I can add it back. Give me a second here. Talk amongst yourselves in the meantime. How's the weather been? There was a solar flare yesterday. Did they use it to stop the Saiyans? Okay, then I've gone ahead and done it with the browser source. Let's see how well this goes. Also, it's been rainy for you, very rainy. I'm expecting a whole week of rain next week, so I feel that. Well, when the sky cries in April, as they say. Also, did that go through or not? I hear it on my end, but Whether or not the chat does is up for debate. Also, it's been very hot for you lately. I understand that as well. Frankly, where I am, any kind of weather and every kind of weather can happen. Okay, you don't hear it. Bleh. I apologize then, chat. I guess you're just gonna have to use your tokens on something else for this stream, but if anything, you can still ask for Sploosh.
Sploosh.
And hopefully that actually plays, but if not, I'm gonna have to look into this for the next stream tomorrow, but here we... What a surprise. Scuff, but... The end of the current era is nigh.
The Great Cataclysm!
But I invested all my savings into the Sploosh coin. Oh, okay, I died. That's why they said that. Okay, let's do it again. You heard the Sploosh, because I have it on my soundboard. That's available at any time. Let's do it again, why don't we? Let's not let depression take over. You can't die, that's why. What? Yeah. We need to cool our jets a bit. All of this Herrscher power that we're rocking right here is dependent on whether or not we actually have fighting spirit. So, what does that say? Attack sparingly. Which, funnily enough, is a mechanic for another character, another version of Kiana Void Drifter. If you use her Herrscher powers, she literally gets a migraine and is stunned. So, you know, if you're gonna use it correctly. Well, welcome to the new age. Your girls are no longer happy-go-lucky. Also, that gauge is big. We're leaving. Also, yeah, that's Siren. When they're talking about the Herrscher Void, they're talking about the original Herrscher, who's also a split personality for Kiana. Why? Because a certain blonde man decided it's a good idea to awaken that personality within her, because you know what? He's got plans. And they involve torturing little girls to make certain he can get what he wants at the end. We don't care much for Otto. He's a great villain, but he's a right bastard. Now then, where exactly am I going? His plan was to use the power of friendship to tame the Void Queen and help humanity. Yes, that is correct, but at what cost? At what cost? If anything, friendships got ruined, but who can say? People die, and sometimes they die when they're killed as well. As many friends as it takes. Alright then, Kimono Friends Season 3, never. Also, can we appreciate what's going on in... Let's say Racket Town or Rasset Town? I can't tell, but I like this. Would you call this future punk? Because I feel as though that fits. I like the aesthetic. Also, Simply Mechanical, thank you for the follow. Did that actually go off? Did people... Okay, Sound Alerts is just playing games tonight. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, thank you for the follow. It's time for Honkai. Okay, maniacal, that's what it is. I apologize, I kinda read that out of the corner of my screen. But yeah, simply maniacal. Simply happy to have you. And as you can see, it is time for... Okay. Okay, never mind, I got scared right there. We actually did. We actually got her to escape. The girl heard that a person's entire life will play black in slow motion when they're dying. There's only darkness before her. Did the Honkai beast pierce me with its lance? The girl's mind was a confused mess. Unlike the hapless victims who could only scream and flee to escape the one-sided butchery. Why am I still alive? Am I beyond redemption? Must I live and witness the fruits of my acts? Perhaps I think I could resist her. Perhaps I can save them. Perhaps I hope for the recess bell to ring and wake me up from this terrible nightmare. She did not know which one was the truth. Nothing but an eternity of darkness awaits. Kiana's mind was spiraling out of control. The girl grasped at her fondest memories. But those memories became shattered shards that came flying at her. Wouldn't she know what our girl is losing her psyche? She's having a mental breakdown. Look at them. Your friends. They said they'll bring you home. But if they realize your true self, will they welcome you with open arms? To these friends of yours, the girl named Kiana is no more. They will try to save you by destroying you. Hey, look! Hey! That's a sucker punch right there. Stop it. Get out of me head. Get out of me head. Get out of me head. One of these days I will sit down and actually watch Smiling Friends, but certain clips just stay with me. I don't know what to think anymore, man. Remember this hateful face, Kiana? That's Fuhua. That's our other girlfriend. She betrayed your trust. That vile, arrogant piece of trash. You thought she was cold and aloof, but she was worse. Hey. She knew you were a monster. Always watching, waiting to strike you down. She destroyed your life. And delivered you to Overseer Otto. You were always her prey. Look, she's hunting for you now again. Nope. I'm sorry, frankly speaking, the Kung Fu can only work so well. You see, I have martial arts and guns. What can you do about that? Oh, so yeah, darkness, impersonating. Okay, there's Otto. There's Bastard Man right there. Yeah, fun fact, this version of Kiana is a clone. And frankly speaking, she was infused with the DNA of Siren to harness her Hersher powers. So why is Siren here messing with her brain? Because Siren wants out. She's sick of this cramped old castle. Let's play in the forest. What is that? It's how you were made, dear. More precisely, it was how I was brought back. It's not real. Nothing is real anymore. Oh. And now we're fighting the other clones. We don't quote that fight, no. You may not like... What's her name? I don't even remember the Fairy Queen, but you know. Sometimes the fight can be better with the right people. What's this? You want to learn mechanics? I want to learn mechanics. I want funny fairy weapons. How about you? Titania, yes, that's it. Also, look at this funky eyeball. Good. Keep killing. Destroy all this. More clones. And they just died instantly. Siren's laughter echoed in the air like a flock of carrion birds circling a dying person. Her crazed laughter was interrupted by a calm, soothing voice. Good. I don't think I'm too late for this. Time to silence you for good. I must rid myself of this annoyance. It doesn't matter. There's only that much you can do. I can feel the storm of her emotions, pent-up anger and sorrow waiting to explode. Her ego grows weaker by the hour. All I need to do is wait. You'll soon witness me dominate this body. The dark tide has retreated. The evening remained the same. She's looking into distance like she just wants to leave. The nightmares came to her multiple times ever since she woke up on that beach 3 months ago. I had a dream. It wasn't a dream. You almost lost yourself, Kiana. Confirmed, she is the storm that is approaching. No, that's May, but we'll get into that at some other point. You resisted me. You refused to talk to me and treated me like an illusion for 3 months. But you need to face the truth, Kiana. You'll only endanger yourself if you pretend nothing happened. Do not let the Honkai touch you. Do not use your Valkyrie powers. Do not even think about fighting. All she needs is the tiniest crack in your defenses. My powers are waning. I can't stand vigil and care for you forever. We have the upper hand this time, but we won't be so lucky when she appears again. The entire city will be doomed once she wakes. Care for me? You've been spying on me. You're always there, spying and watching. You're auto spy. You delivered me to the Overseer. You sold me out. Why would a spy care for its prey? Say something, damn it! You've accomplished your stupid mission. Be gone. I don't want to see you again. Oh no. She's shutting everybody out. Apologies. I'm afraid that won't be possible. Bang Huang down, the 8th key, was sent to the 0th power. Our wills are forever bound. What? Seek them, Kiana. Find Principal Teresa and your friends. They're the only ones who can save you now. No, I can't. I know it's hard, but it's the only way out. Get out. The only way out is for you to get out of my head. Get out of me head. Get out of me head. I'm sorry, Kiana, but if the worst thing comes to pass, I have no choice but to ensure that all 3 of us fall together. Forgive me, Kiana. Are we gonna fight her now too? Okay, then we're just moving on. It's fine. Mental breakdowns happen all the time and stuff like this. The girl wandered aimlessly, hoping to hide from the real world. It is her fault, kinda. Kinda. She knew no place was safe enough. No one can run away from their own past. They determined her purpose and what she would become even before she was conceived. She was the victim of fate. Nothing more, nothing less. It was not hatred that drove her to rage at Fuhua. It was her sense of powerlessness before fate. The girl knew what hid within her. She woke when Kiana turned 12. The result was devastating. She tried to run away and pretended that she never existed. The girl dared not to stay at one place for too long or befriend anyone. She was afraid to lose them again. And then she met May. Bronya, Teresa, and they were her family. They had a home that she wanted to live in. But that was a foolish notion. No matter how far she ran or how hard she struggled, the ending was the same. The dark streets came to life with neon lights. There was a crowd and the smell of food was in the air. She shivered like a wet gutter rat in winter. She knew she can't stay here for too long. She must avoid the crowd. She remembered night markets like these. She used to head out with the girls to try out every stall. She couldn't control herself any longer, and went after the lights like a moth chasing the fire. It's time for food. Maybe that will clear her head. All I can say is I feel for Kiana in this moment. Frankly speaking, okay. May 24th. May 2014, enrollment. Alright, fairies, I'm Himeko Murata. You shall address me as Miss Himeko or Instructor Himeko. The principal may have approved your admissions, but I'll work you hard without mercy. Let's start with the standard roll call. You must have heard of me before. I'm Kiana Kaslana. Yeah, that Kaslana, the most famous one. She's Naruto running to the food. Yeah, she does the thing with her arms that make her more aerodynamic, even though I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. I'm right in May, Miss Himeko. Bronya Zajic. I don't know. I want to see how this is actually pronounced. Give me a second. How to pronounce sploosh is the question. Hello, Noir. It's time for Hot Girl Summer, except it's raining and everybody's sad. What matters is, right now we're in a little bit of a flashback. Valkyrie training at St. Freya High begins today. You'll be graded on your performance. What? Graded? I'm no fairy, Aunt Homiko. I'm a seasoned warrior. Skip the training and deploy me to the front lines now. Address me as Instructor Himiko Sugar. FYI, fairies, this seasoned warrior was fished out of Nagazora on a stretcher. She's very squishy.
Say what?
Hey, that was an accident. We Kaslanas defended humanity from the very beginning. She's technically right. I was fighting uber OP Honkai beasts with my old man when I was a little girl. Oh, I guess your old man is the real seasoned warrior for saving your skin, pixie dust. I don't need saving. A normie like Aunt Himoko will never understand how we Kaslanas fight. We're born warriors. That's really rude, Kiana. Please apologize to Miss Himeko. Fun fact about May over here. She used to be a giant jerk. But before all of that, the reason she's like this now is because she got super humbled by everybody abandoning her because her dad got framed for embezzlement. And then she lost everything because of it. Her dad went to jail. I'm pretty sure he's still in jail, but all in all, eventually she just kind of had a paradigm shift, and now she's the group mom. And now, in the other thing, she had another paradigm shift, but when we get to that chapter, we can talk about that chapter. Bronya is not surprised by the Idiotka's idiot comments. Born warriors? Great. A normie like me always wanted to fight a born warrior. And now a boss fight. Luckily... Never mind. Luckily it's not a thing that exists. I would have said our instructor is a bit slow with that sword, but it might just be how I actually use her. The girl was defeated in an instant by the normie. Every slash, pirouette, and cleave was executed with utmost precision. The girl had no chance. The normie displayed true powers of physical condition and combat moves based on hard science. Before she knew it, the edge of the greatsword gave her a nick on the neck. The instructor looked into her eyes. I call BS. You are correct, my friend. That is your first lesson, Sugar Plum. And now we move on forward. How many other lessons can we get? June 2014, after class. What's on your mind, Kiana? What's on my mind, OBS? Why are the windows colliding with each other? There we go. Nothing. What? That's not what your stupid face says. Alright, sweetheart, tell Mama what you're thinking about. Not my ears. I'm not a kid. Don't treat me like one. Alright. A stupid old man left me when I turned 12. I told myself that I'm not a kid no more. I gotta get used to living on my own. At 12? In this kind of world, no. Oh dear. Father's Day is coming. I was a little worried you were too stupid to get sentimental. Look, Sugar, you're luckier than me. The old man taught you everything early on. And I used to think that the world was rosy pink up until the age of 19. I thought life was good and filled with possibilities. I wanted to explore the crazy places, do some deep-sea photography, and settle down with a nice guy. And if that didn't work, I'll just work at my old man's applied Honkai energy lab. Eh? You'll work at a lab? Are you a scientist? Why did you end up as a Valkyrie with beefy arms? Ma'am, I call BS once again. Look at her. She's practically a stick. Because I work out, and because life isn't perfect, Sugar. My old man, he became a Honkai beast after an infection. Couldn't even recognize his little girl. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked. It's alright. I left it all behind and joined the Valkyries for answers. Granted, I was a little too old for it. How old is Himeko? I don't even remember. But I met someone. She told me that getting started is the most important step of any endeavor. 25? No wonder, it's Christmas cake. I hate that trope. I joined her squad. She kept talking about the future. She wanted to become a gardener and teach kids how to grow herbs, berries, and flowers. So did she become a great gardener in the end? She made it to the KIA list. Her squad was disbanded. I thought about what she said and came here. I became a Valkyrie because I don't want sugar fairies like you losing their fathers. But I guess too many fairies are leaving their fathers because of some heroic aspirations. They could get a job, fall in love, or make games. We'll get into that latter one later, but they all gave up to become a Valkyrie. A real shame. Is it worth it? I don't know. I didn't have a choice, you know. I guess someone's gotta do the hard work. I have water, Noir, don't you worry. For whatever it's worth, I've been making it a habit of drinking at least a liter of water a day. I'm making it work. My old man told me that Kaslanas boil over when they see people in trouble. That's gotta be the worst piece of advice. Hopefully your old man taught you something useful. He taught her how to make pizza toast. Perhaps fate took them away and to make us treasure our friends and what we have. Come on, sweetheart, let Mama give you a kiss. Oh no. Nuh-uh, Sugar, I think it's about time you get some special girl versus girl training. No, school's over already. Let's leave the training till tomorrow. You're not getting away, sweetheart. Alright, do it again. Let's see if they let us win this time. I would say poor teacher slash mom is a little bit flirty, but at the same time, bad things happen to her, and bad things will stay the part of the character development. The instructor ended up smashing her greatsword against the floor and wall until alcohol got better of her. Okay, she's drunk. That explains a lot. No, I don't want to skip the story. The girl managed to haul the drunk instructor back to her room. Before she closed the door, the girl thought she saw a rosy-cheeked 19-year-old again. First deployment. Alright, fairies, this is your first field assignment. She's wearing a plug suit. I will say this one last time. Keep your eyes on the enemy and your friends. Your friends may end up becoming your enemy. Valkyries are always at risk of the Honkai cascade. We know that Honkai powers our abilities and battle suits. But it can overwhelm us and turn us into mindless monsters. Every Valkyrie must be prepared. All of us are at risk. If you see a fairy experiencing the cascade, you must end her life right there. But what if you're the one experiencing the cascade thing, Miss Himiko? Then you must do the same and end my life right there. The cascade is irreversible. More will die if you hesitate. Head back to the dorms if you can't do this. I understand. But if I, get that cascade thing, I wish you're the one to do it on Himiko. It'll never happen, Sugar Plum. Oh? As your instructor and squad leader, I won't let you get in trouble. That sounds like a real plan. Hey, wait, I need action. Give me action. You'll act according to plan. Alright, fairies, prepare for drop. Initiate field operations. And there it is. Frankly speaking, now I kind of understand why it had to be her. But at the same time, it still hurts a little. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. Things are blowing up. It's happening again. But yeah, for what it's worth, I do like the presentation in these. Don't stress yourself. Learn story. That's a thing right there. That's actually Void right there. Me? Humans. They always make the same mistake. They always sacrifice themselves for others. She never knew that her sacrifice left a festering wound in your heart, and allowed me to return. You'll never be rid of me. Moments of weakness and painful memories fuel my strength and bring ruin to your surroundings. Escape? Where can you hide? I am you, Kiana. Alright then. It's Light Gary and Dark Gary. And Dark Gary is winning. Also, it's another one of these. Stay out of the fight. Stay out of the fight. Just use your powers, Kiana. Do you really want to die here? I'm thinking death might be an option. How about you? Just gonna lightly tap you on the side. Just gonna lightly tap you on the side. Just gonna lightly tap you on the side. Lugal, I want you to stay down. We don't have to do this. Just fucking die is the solution. Let's just end it here. Let's stop the impending apocalypse the only way we know how, by sacrificing life and limb to make sure people hurt less. Light kick, light kick, light kick, light kick, light kick. Lugal, stop dodging me. Light kick, light kick, light kick, light kick, light kick. A little bit of more combo. There we go. Just a little bit of a light burst. See, Siren, we can play your game. And there she's not there, but she will be. There she is. Pathetic little coward. Cocky little freak. Where can you run to? You have nowhere else to go. I'll chase you to the ends of the earth. You can't escape me! Oh, okay. It can't be that quick. Okay, there we go. We managed to avoid drowning. Come on now. I know it says dead end, but that doesn't mean we're stopping. You never give up, do you? You hit that key and gave you this strange power. Relentless you may be, you'll never win. Not in the real world, and definitely not in my mind. Your tenacity is admirable. At least you're a human I can have fun killing. You will die eventually. This girl was conceived for a single purpose, to serve as my mortal vessel. Her past and her name are built upon lies. She's nothing but a trap for a god. The girl you've been trying to save is nothing but a bag of fabricated falsehood. She's already given up. She'll not respond to your calls. I've made plenty of mistakes. I trusted the wrong person. I've lost faith in humanity before, and I merely carried out my duties without thinking. But giving up is not my style. It simply isn't who I am. And it simply won't do when someone else has placed so much faith in her. Alright, it's time for Years Ago I Was Chinese. Let's see if she can actually win this one. Meanwhile, how many things does she have? The Gem of Conquest and Serenity? I guess we got an uphill battle for ourselves. I can already feel it. Doing combo is not great. Not against her. Right? Elemental damage, you gotta seal the gem. Gotta burn the void away. Got to not die. And then we died. Wouldn't you know it, in this mental landscape, everybody can help. How many Himekos can you summon? 3? How long can you hold this pose? As long as we need to. Also, get a load of this funky new outfit. It's very nice. Also, is that the song of my people? I think it is. Look at her. She's finally winning. I say as that funny Void Migraine is there as well. Welcome to Void Drifter. She does funny things. Look at this. She's learning control. She's actually fighting back. Honestly, I really like this arc for her character. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, it just fits. She's hurting, but she doesn't want to hurt anymore. She doesn't want to hurt anybody else. She just wants to be alone. Yana. You mastered the Void Queen's powers by the sheer might of your own will. If only I could do that sooner. Just a bit sooner, perhaps. Miss Himeko won't be happy if she sees you mired in endless regret and grief. She did everything she could to give you her final lesson because she believes in you. I understand. I won't dwell on the pains of my past. I'll live up to her expectations. Let's go. Siren's ego may be sealed for now, but who knows? She might appear again. Yeah, that's literally it. She wants the freedom of calm. Ooh, and she's finally getting it. She might actually win this one. We have a long way ahead of us. There are plenty of things to do. Look at her. She's evolved, but untamed. She's ready to fight her own war now. And with that in mind, that's the end of chapter 11.1. What else do we have? A lot more. But just in case, let's check our rewards. Nothing yet. Returnee. No. Don't leave the game yet. Like I said, you win things by playing. Can I spend these I-Chan coins? I don't know. What's in the bonus shop? What is in the bonus shop? What? Those are friends, no? Let's see. Okay, we can buy a Valkyrie for 600, an A-rank Valkyrie for 300. We'll order these things, boosters, more currency, more currency, more currency, more currency, obfuscation through more currency, gotcha things. It's weird, it's wild. I want this thing, though. Give that to me. We can buy more Haxer Bunny cards. I think that's good. Another one. Another one. And there we go. What does this mean? What does this mean? We finally have it. We have the Bronya we've all been waiting for. More importantly, though, what do you have on you? Rank requirement A. Okay. Special battle suits. What do you actually take? A whole lot of things. A whole lot of things that are actually not that good. We'll work on you later. But more importantly, yeah, imagine that, chat. We actually get something nice on stream. I'm feeling accomplished. How about you? In any case, let's not quit the game yet. We still have an hour, right? No, we're not doing this yet. Elysian Realm can come later. More important than that, hey look, it's more Bronya. I thought we were out of the sea. But more importantly, we get to play as the Hersher Reasons, so I have no problem with this at all. Far East border, a few weeks ago. Nicolia stood alone at the rooftop of a skyscraper and looked down at the urban nightscape. The meeting she should have started 10 minutes ago, but he was not here yet. She told herself to be patient. The soldier must find the perfect opportunity to strike. The door suddenly opened. I'm glad you're here. You're late, Grey Servant. You owe me an explanation. Forgive me, Kikolia. I was delayed by some personal matters. Yeah, look at this. This is the leader of your main villain faction right here, the Grey Serpent. He's an info broker, and he's got details on everybody. The Serpent has a message for you. What does the Serpent demand? Open the Eye of the Deep. I know you can bring the Deep under your control. The Deep is a classified secret of her organization. Nicolia was surprised that the Grey Serpent knew it. She hid her surprise and tried to maintain her air in the negotiations. The Eye? What are you planning? Open the way to the Sea of Quatza and free our kin. I can deploy my forces in the Deep, but the Eye is beyond my power. Only the Sovereign and his most trusted retainers knew how to open that portal. I heard Einstein performed a secret experiment on the Eye a year ago. And I trust you to figure out exactly what happened. Understood. One thing, though. Einstein has no love for me. I may need your help when the time comes. With pleasure. And I need to borrow something from you. What? The Gem of Desire. That doesn't come cheap, mind you. I didn't come empty-handed. You'll have the promised payment after it's done. Your precious Sele Valeri. Though years have passed, Kikolia's heart still missed a beat when she heard that name. Every syllable dealt a merciless blow to her heart. Yes, she's still around. The X10 project simply sent her to a dimension we can't reach. Scratch our back, and we'll scratch yours. Sea of Quatza. Present moment. The barrier created by wealth was fading away. Bronya had entered the Sea of Quatza. Bronya must find Sele and the gem before the Serpent does. Bronya, identify yourself. The strange voice sounded familiar for some reason. Bronya looked around, but found that the sound came from the glowing core on her chest. Well done. The core of reason has accepted you. Mr. Welt, Bronya is pleased that you're alright. Not exactly alright. This is the most I can do right now. I can only talk to you because you've become one with the core. Try to maintain this form. Dr. Einstein may have a solution for this. The situation in the Sea of Wata has grown worse. I sense the barrier disintegrating. It's the Gem of Desire. Its powers are breaking the barrier apart. The Serpent also desires the gem. We won't be able to stop it if it succeeds. We must act now. The Serpent is still hiding. This means it's yet to take the gem. Go, Bronya. My powers are scattered in a myriad of bubble universes. Gather them to enhance your core. The odds are against us, but we have no other choice. The Serpent desires the gem. Bronya might meet Seele, currently held prisoner by the Serpent. Bronya shall free Seele from these bubble universes. Alright then, it's time to save your girlfriend with the only thing that makes sense. Literal, everlasting power. How much destruction can you wreak in the way? All of it. Literally, don't stop. If anything, I'm just glad she's actually getting to do something with all of this, because it's really fun. If I can actually roll her, I'd be happy, but you know. Until then, I'm alright just getting to play as her. And then engage bike mode. How many donuts can you do within the frozen time? A lot. If anything, she's making it work. And then there's also this. More chapter-specific gacha currency. And then we immediately go back to Yamabuki armor. Oh no. Where am I? You can talk. Who are you? I'm Sakura. And you are? Can you remember your name? I'm Seele. Seele? It's alright. I won't hurt you. I just have a question. Have you seen the girl in this hologram? The strange girl took off her pendant that then created a holographic projection. It was a hologram of two girls. One of them happened to be Sakura. The other girl looked extremely like Sakura in appearance and age. I never seen her before. You've never seen her? That makes no sense. She should be locked here as well. Can you remember if anyone recently arrived or was taken away from this place? Please, I must find her. Seele had no idea where she was or why she was there. Sakura's questioning stressed Seele. The little girl could only curl up in fright. Sakura realized what she did and spoke in a much softer tone. Don't be afraid. I mean you no harm, What have they done to you? How many innocent children have they taken? Sorry, Seele. I shouldn't keep asking you like this. Come with me. I'll help you leave this place. Sakura extended her hand to Seele. She moved gently and tried not to startle Seele again. She is technically an older sister to somebody else, but I'm not sure if what happens in Sakura Samsara is canon to this particular bubble dimension, but personalities. It tracks. She lifted Seele up from the floor and led her out of the cell. This is... The structure and layout seem familiar. Is this a prison? No. It's a base. Oh, you finally woke up. What happened? Why are we here? You know what happened? Your defiance cost us the core. You were trying to hurt Bronya. I won't let you. Alright, my dear host, you'll take the lead. But what happens... Well, what's your plan? We can't escape the Sea of Quanta without the Serpent's help. This feels... strange. What do you mean? We were drifting in the void before we met her. This place feels different. It's like the worlds we traveled through with Bronya. It's like a... bubble universe. You're right. We didn't get drowned in the sea. Instead, we ended up in yet another bubble universe. Which means there has to be a way out. Bronya did manage to escape. Bronya must be looking for me right now. We can't just wait here. I need to find Bronya. Anyway, we need to figure out what this bubble is. Why are we playing as her, though, is my question. I probably should have swapped the characters out, but... Sakura? Shh. Sakura signaled Seele to be quiet. She stood by the corner and carefully studied the patrolling mechs. Not now. We wait here. She's watching the guards. She's definitely not from this base. Did she sneak in? Where are we going? Around the guards. To the elevator and enter the archives. I need to look for something. They're moving. Let's go. Follow me closely and stay in the shadows. Okay. I'll be careful. Alright then, Stew. It's how well can we handle stealth? Decently enough. There have been earlier stealth missions that probably were harder. It's just a matter of actual placement. It's not like the Forsaken Fortress in Wind Waker. Sometimes paying attention does benefit.
Yes, Master.
Oh, so for some reason she keeps saying junk like that. I'm not big on it, but you know. Looks like no one saw us. Let's go upstairs. Okay, Sakura. Oh, you found a new sis pretty fast. Why trust her? Just look at those ears. Is she even human? She's more human than you. We'll just figure out what happened in this bubble universe to get our answers. We should head to the archive, too. It might tell us something about this place. Well, that was... quick. I'm not complaining, but that was quick. Sometimes these missions are just for context. I do know we've got a long ways to go, though. So, how much longer can we go? I'm giving it 20 minutes. How does that sound for you, chat? More important than that, I want somebody else. Okay, we can actually play as Seele. I guess that's fine. It feels more relevant. The archive is on this floor. Wait here and don't move around. The way is guarded. There's no way to avoid them. What do we do? I have an idea. Stay low and follow me. Warning. Restricted area. Authorized personnel only. Sakura. ID number CM004. Verifying. Verifying. Clearance granted. Good evening, Moth. Moth. Moth? We captured an escaped test subject. Sakura patted Seele on the shoulder. The young girl knowingly lowered her head. She wouldn't talk. Dr. May told me to check the archives to locate her floor and cell. Access denied. You have no archive access privileges. Plan B, then. And swoosh. Her lightning fast slash cleaved the mech in half. Time to do this the hard way. Get behind me. I can fight too. And there she goes. At the very least, they are bringing up the moth, so... What does that tell me? It tells me we might get closer to where we are in the story faster than I thought. Alright, what else? Is it time to go upstairs? I think it's time to go upstairs. How about you? That was probably a waste, but... Okay, never mind. It's time to go hog wild. Of course... These mech patrollers are definitely tankier than expected. But it's still good. And wouldn't you know it, stigma powers are a thing. Whether or not that actually applies to the funky back tattoos is up for debate, but a lot of terminology gets thrown around fast and loose, and frankly, a good wiki dive might be in order at some point. At the very least, though, chat, are you confused? Are you following along decently enough? Because I almost thought about opening the stream explaining every character I understood from this point forward, but you know what? This works in my mind too. Alright, what do you have to say? I am always confused. That's a mood right there. What are we if not confused in some way, shape, or form? Anyway, there we go. That's a lot of files. Do you know how to operate these terminals? I think it's like reading a book, right? Well, let's hope you won't mess this up, my dear host. I'll do my best. Moth MAHS 1104. It worked. I accessed a log file. The 11th Hersher proved to be far more destructive than we expected. The moth who chases the flames suffered grievous losses. We lost too many mantises and couldn't maintain our combat formations anymore. Surviving mantises were deployed to various moth squads until we get new recruits. Hopefully, the mantises will blend in with non-augmented soldiers. Humanity's worst enemy is at our gates, but we're still bickering with each other. How ironic. Fortunately, most people accepted the proposal. The new recruits are doing great, and will be ready for combat soon enough. I trust that the new mantises will lead us to victory. The moth who chases the flames. I remember the mechs mentioning this name. They called Sakura a moth. Shouldn't they be on the same side? Why would she break in? Looks like this world suffered even more from the Honkai. Sakura must have her reasons. It might have something to do with the girl she's looking for. We should just ask her. Alright, why don't we go ask her?
ブローニャお姉ちゃんにも見せ
Sailor returned to Sakura and found her staring at the Sakura pendant she held. Sakura looked up as though she noticed Sailor's gaze. What is it, Sailor? Nothing. It seems that you knew this place inside out. Are you worried? Don't be. I was a moth, but they're now my enemies. I won't harm you, and I won't bring you back to that place. The girl you're looking for... Wait. The girl you're looking for... Is she family? She is my younger sister, and my only family. I was right. This is literally her character arc. Her name is Rin. Like you, she was imprisoned in here. Moth locked her up. But she's innocent. That's why you're here. She was supposed to be in the same cell as you, but you're the only one there. I should have asked earlier, but what's your story? Let's try to learn about each other. While you were passed out, you kept mumbling a name. Ronya, right? Who is she? Ronya is my sis and my family too. She's the most important one to me. She's strong and sweet like you. She cared for me and always stood up for me. I'll forget my troubles when she's around. Where is she now? We were separated. Ronya is outside. She's definitely worried about me right now. Yeah, she literally turned into a mech god and started cleaning house to get to you. I can't just wait here. I must get out of here and find her. Ronya has always protected me. But I don't want to be her burden anymore. She will never treat you like one. You're definitely not her burden. Sakura responded quite strongly to Seilei's words. The girl stood up and looked at her. She pinned the Sakura pendant on her chest and glistened brightly. I will help you leave this place, Seilei. The moth imprisoned too many innocent children like you and Rin. You're supposed to be free. It's dangerous to go outside. Once we get out, I'll take you to our home. We can then find Bronya together. She spoke carefully, hoping to gain Seilei's trust. Oh, and Sakura flowers. Have you seen a Sakura tree before? Sakura? I only read about them. There are Sakura trees in the town square near my home. They bloom in spring and shower the place with pink petals. This suffering world hardly has any heartwarming sights anymore. Rin really loves the Sakura trees. I believe you'll like them too. So let's escape together, alright? Mm-hmm. The results are out. Rin was transferred to the 33rd floor underground. We should go. Sakura looks cold and detached, but I feel her kind and gentle heart. She's almost like Bronya.
ゼーレ了解しました
Alright, it makes sense. How many wounds can the heart take? You'd be surprised. Moth STPC2. In previous testing, subjects were only injected with genes from a single donor. Project Chimera is a breakthrough since we can now use materials from multiple donors. In other words, a single subject can exhibit biological traits from multiple donors. Chimera tech will make multi-gene inserts a reality. A pilot trial has been formally initiated.
Say what?
Codename Tlalok. Well, alright then. If you want to know about that boss we just fought a couple chapters ago, there you go. Is there anything else? I don't think there is. Wait for me, Seele. Not good. Trouble has found us. Trouble will wait for the next chapter, I guess. Alright, I think we've got one more. At the very least, I am appreciative of actually getting to read something. And there she is. We get to play as Yae Sakura now. I'm gonna be using that. If anything, though, I do hope you appreciate my voice, because not gonna lie, this is not the kind of game that does well without audio. So, if anything, I will figure that out later if I have to. But like Xana said a few hours ago, it might just be that these cutscenes do not actually have voice work, but I've seen some of them that do, some of them that don't. Depends. Forge your voice in fire. That is the idea. Also, hey look, it's Bronya's little sisters. These outfits suck. But it's fine. The deep. Outside the Sea of Kwanzaa. Lily, watch Rosa 6. Stay frosty. I'm not detecting any more unknown hostiles, but the Honkai is still attacking. Teresa, Bronya. Bronya just jumped into the Sea of Kwanzaa. Why? Why does she do that? The hole closed. She can't come home and she can't come back anymore. Calm down, Rosa. Bronya does not act on impulse. There must be a good reason. The eye has already closed. We need to control the battlefield and then try to contact her. Teresa is right, Rosa. Oh yeah, they're Russian. They're very Russian. I'm worried about Bronya, but we need to get rid of the enemies first. You're right. We shall fight. We can't let Matushka baby us all the time. They're referring to Kokolia. They're also her children. Come on, Lily. Let's protect Matushka and Teresa together. I can defend myself. The kids have calmed down. They should be able to handle the Honkai beasts. Please be safe, Bronya. Alright, time to see how Blueberry and Strawberry fight. They're also great sword users, but at least they're faster. Also, let me see that again. Okay, never mind. For a sec, I thought she was fighting with her tail. Why does she have a tail? I don't get it. All I know is weird science.
Yes, Captain.
At the very least, though, get a load of this place. Undersea base. They're part Honkai. Yeah, that makes sense. Look at that. She's holding the sword with her tail. Never mind. Weird camera angles make me think of things, but, you know. But yeah, this undersea base is right where all the Honkai beasts are starting to come out from other dimensions, so what do? We fight them back. That's all we can do right now. Lily and Rosa both use their tails in combat. That makes sense, but I don't like it. Why do they have these outfits? The deep, upper zone. Space-time curvature has been reset. Honkai level is now 0. The eye has closed. What? Bronya. Hikolia's heart sank as Bronya's comm signals were cut. Like I said before, this woman may be a piece of work, but she loves her daughters. They designed them themselves. You know what? Fair enough. What? Children will be children. She jumped into the sea. What a brave girl. Grey Serpent, why did you open the eye on your own? Opening the eye was part of the deal. I simply chose the right timing. You dragged Bronya into this. She wasn't part of the deal. It's you who brought her in. Your clumsy security didn't keep Einstein out. She should be the one going inside. Our deal is over if anything happens to Bronya. That's not how you do business. Unfortunately, she lacks Sele's immense resistance. The sea isn't exactly an enjoyable place. I can only pray that your sovereign would save her life. Do you think I'm joking, Worm? And swoosh. Hikolia drew her pistol and held it against the back of Grey Serpent's head. And what are you doing this time? I'll say this one more time. I want Bronya returned without harm. Hikolia, we both know who we are. We stop at nothing to get what we want. That's why I was so impressed by your improvisation. You provoked the rebel in Bronya and maneuvered her to enter the sea instead of Einstein. You convinced me that you're the one we're looking for. Please don't tell me I'm mistaken. Matushka lied to Bronya. Bronya used to trust Matushka most. You're wrong, Snake. We're different. Alright then. I guess some mother's love wins this day. I don't know. At this point, it's hard to say if anything. Alright then, so I guess with that being where the chapter ends, maybe this is where we call it for tonight. If anything, I'd say this was a bit of a rousing success. I did not expect this to be the night we get a new follower, but anything works. So, if you did enjoy this, maybe we can do this again next Monday, because I don't have much else on the docket. We finished Ghostwire, we can finish more things too, and you know, there is something else I want to do tomorrow. If it's at all possible, but frankly, I'd say this has been pretty good. Like I said before, I'm not a big fan of gacha, but I like this a lot, and the fact that it is available on PC to do with what I please does help my enjoyment quite a bit. There's also 14 coming out on Tuesday. Does anybody care about spoilers, or do we leave that for a time in which I can actually buckle down and do a recap stream some way, shape, or form? Do we even like MMOs like that, or no? Because ultimately, I would say Endwalker has been a very good experience to me. I would like to see what 6.1 brings. What it brings is more Garo loot, so, you know. If anything, that's also something I want to look into at some point. But, you know, all in due time. Can't... Okay, 6.1 is packed. Yeah, that makes sense. And you don't care about spoilers at all. That's also fair. The mod says yes. Frankly, the mom of the chat already knows what she's about. Frankly, that helps. For right now, though, I'd say this has been a rousing success, and I'd like to see more in the future.
Good.
So, with that in mind, I guess what this means is we call it there for tonight. What can I say other than well, what can I say other than I'm standing... You see right there, I'm stalling so hard Sakura is sick of standing on the screen. Well, you know, we can swap you out, I'm pretty sure. No. Wait for me. Swap? Swap, swap, swap. Where is Hua? Where is... There she is. You get to stay on the bridge. Look at her. Look at the girl. She's doing it big. She may be gilded with the sauce. I will stop saying that. There's only so many times that dumb, quirked up white boy quote can actually be relevant, but ultimately, it's just one of those things that I'm very appreciative for this one Hersher girl who may or may not actually be considered a Hersher in the standard sense, is actually very good, but really, well, when we get the chance, we'll dive into her, but I imagine we'll have to wait for her actual event to show up, but luckily, I'm pretty sure events actually stay relevant depending on how far you are in the story, but at the same time, it's not that big a deal. For right now, though, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of some other things on my end. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you do have any other requests of me in the future, feel free to send them to my Discord or my Twitter. I will be around for at least a little bit longer, but for what it's worth, though, feel free to hang around tomorrow as well for Iconoclast. Saki might be back as well, so I hope you enjoy that as well. With that in mind, have a good night, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy. If you're experiencing the spring rain, I hope you stay dry. Goodbye for now.